Past 2 days has been just the YouTube days focused on the Software Inc. and checked out the new 7 Days to Die update thing that you can do to opt in. They changed the skills around a lot. Like, instead of just picking up the skill of the like just general better crafting and stuff.
Somehow you only stream when I'm on a train XD.
Purple Fishy, hello. 3 months, congratulations on the promotion. Thank you very much. Ecliptics feeling better? Yeah, I am actually. I don't know, it's just kind of like a 2-day sore throat thing. But like 7 Days to Die, now instead of picking up the talent trait, whatever you want to call it, thing for just like better crafting and making higher quality stuff, it's now broken up into many pieces. So if you want to make better tools, you have to get specifically the skills to improve tool usage, and then that upgrades specifically tools as you progress through that. If you want to increase clubs, you have to pick up the club skills. And while it's cool on paper, it sucks for solo. It takes so long to get going with anything. Not a tremendous huge fan of that. I was playing it for 3.5 to 4 hours, and man, I'm barely...
Guten Morgen, Herr Yeti. We get es in diesem schönen Tag. R.I.P. German lady narrator.
Aww. Yeah, German lady narrator is, she was set for just donations, but I changed the donation voice, and I feel a bit dirty for doing it. But it's by far the cleanest and clearest text-to-speech that they've got. It sucks. I want them to have more higher quality ones, because like even this one, Russell, right now, he's still a bit like broken and low quality and not great. I'm doing good, by the way, Ecliptics. Doing good. Yeah, it's an opt-in update for 7 Days to Die. It's finally on the opt-in branch. You have to, in the betas tab, Dropbox all the way down to the bottom for latest unstable, I think. Sounds exactly like crafting in the War of the Walkers mod. Am I going to stream 7 Days to Die again? I wasn't planning on it. I recorded a bunch of it, and I think I might record a little bit more today and see about putting out a video. But like I said, man, it took like 3.5, 4 hours so far of cumulative play, and I'm barely nowhere with it. Like, it's cool if you're running a multiplayer server type thing, and you've got the dedicated people. Like typically if you're playing with, you know, 2 other people, one dude's mostly doing the hunting, one guy's doing a lot of the building, and then you got somebody else doing just general clearing stuff out and exploration. And if you got a 4th person, maybe they're helping out with the exploration. You know, the exploring guys get the lucky looter stuff, and they get the merchant selling stuff, and maybe they're doing quests for the vendor. The base building dude's got the tool stuff going on, and they're really good at chopping trees and such. And then the hunter person's got the hunting thing that brings up animals on the minimap? No, the little radar thing that they've got. Really cool for that. But otherwise, solo, it sucks ass. It's awful. I'm not a fan of it. Takes really long to get going. So I don't know. We'll see. I like that they're changing things around. I like that a lot. They got a cool couple new weapons. Like you can go fisticuffs basically with like knuckles and all that. And then there's the spear, but of course the spear's its own skill tree. The knuckles are its own skill tree. The club is its own skill tree. So by the time you get going with anything, you just have to focus and pound it out and just hope that you've made the right decision that you like, because otherwise you're fucked. Not good for solo. And to top it off, because I was just kind of doing like a quick look type thing with it, I put the experience multiplier on 300%. 300%. It took me 4 hours to just get to the point where I can now start doing kind of iron tools and iron weapons and roughly get going. But I can't yet make a forge. I can't do a cement mixer. I barely have any stamina, barely have any health. It took like 4 hours to get that far at 300% experience gain and 300% block damage that I do. It ain't good. There's gotta be... They gotta do something with it.
The Eternals had no respect for their land.
Like, if they're going for just like a multiplayer focused experience, okay, fine, cool. 7 Days to Die is no longer a cool game for me. That's, you know, fair enough, but... I liked before being able to go solo. You just, you know, bump up the amount of stuff that you find and the loot rarity and such. And you just, you know, you go for it. And you end up getting enough stuff generally to keep by, but... skills the way they are. Combustion support. Support skills that... just any skill that hits enemies. 30% ignite chance. 10% more fire damage. Ignited enemies by supported skills, so minus 10 to fire resist. Well, that'd be quite cool for, like, Molten Strike. I mean, I guess this also works, because it does... well, they explode. It does do a bunch of fire damage, but I don't know if that's... no, yeah, that must be Infernal Blow. Yeah, stupid fuck birds. Jeez, get out of here. I'm looking at thing. I don't know, maybe. What level is it? Because I can buy it at, like, my level-ish. I don't know, maybe. I might take a look at that. It's a blue socket, which is a little bit strange, but on the other hand, with the energy shield and it's teleporting cloney dude. So annoying. With the energy shield armor thing that I'm going with, I should be able to find some armor that has some blue sockets regularly on it, so it shouldn't be too bad, really. And with the walkers, you get normal XP, right? You get 1k plus for a zombie. Yeah, on my stream, I was getting like 800. With the 300% experience, I was getting about 1200, unless it was a specific, like, slightly stronger than normal zombie, because, you know, some of them are a bit unique like that. Like the big fat biker zombie and the giant woman, I think they're worth bonus experience, so they were like 2,100 or something like that. But even so, they did, however, you get a bit more experience for like general harvesting and hunting and carving and like taking out trees and stuff like that. So if you want to be a dedicated player who just does, you know, the basics of wood gathering, metal gathering, and all that stuff, you can still level, which is kind of cool. But that wasn't really an issue because you could easily, in the game settings, set that the experience share range is like 10,000 meters or something wild. So you set it to that, and there you go, you're set. No matter where they are or what they're doing, every zombie kill will get them experience. Problem solved. But now you get experience for kind of everything you do, and I guess on a multiplayer server now it's easier to just get really high leveled, and it's... I don't know, but again, it comes back around to just, it seems to be focused for multiplayer. Oh god. Alright, we got all of them up. So let's go Frost. Fireball. Neither of you are lightning, so we'll go with the lightning ground right at the start there. We'll go for a cult here tentatively with my totem. Have another fireball. This path's a bit weak down here. Upgrade the fire a bunch. The fire upgrades really well, I'm noticing.
Pump.
Fuck, he's strong. These are just hauling ass through. No, stop. Stop.
Do not let
stop.
them reach the pump.
Yeah, pump destroyed. Man, that's yucky. It's difficult to do these solos sometimes because like you have to constantly do damage. You can't really focus on the towers at all. I still want a wave thing. Just give me like 10 seconds, 2 waves. I got a couple of them down. Spectral Axe. 29 to 48 base physical. Mine's pretty solid though. I gotta see about maybe crafting mine. I can maybe get some more damage on that. Just straight up physical damage. Take a look at this. Bunch of cold damage and +1 to levels of socketed melee gems. Alright. I like the life gain per enemy hit. I think that works really well for what I'm doing. Andy3T, hello, welcome. How you doing today? Bronze gauntlets. Why are you so fancy with blue sockets and stuff? What's your story? Mine doesn't have anything too wild. I mean, the physical damage and strength, I suppose. It's like 20 DPS. But you give fire damage to attacks, life gain for enemy hit, cold and fire resist, max life, and a bit of armor. You know what? I'll take it. Hate touch the bronze gauntlets. Done. Settled. Alright. What have you missed from Act 2? Oh goodness. All of Act 3. We're on Act 4 right now. The very start of Act 4. (26 to 56). 1.3 attacks per second, 1.6 attacks per second. Okay. Okay, cool for like bleeding stuff, but I don't really care too much about bleeding. What's it like to see about doing a build like that though one day, where it's just like really heavy chaos damage and poison damage, and well, poison is chaos. Just like really heavy dots and stuff with like a high crit character. It's like your typical rogue type. Could be interesting. It's a fat chromatic, I'll pass. Yes, you'll VOD. Yeah, it's up on YouTube if you prefer that. But yeah, we made it all the way through Act 3. We're at the very start of Act 4 right now. I think last stream I ended up getting a couple 4-socket things that are all linked up. And did a little bit of crafting to make them a slightly bit better. Just a bit. My resistances are a little bit through the roof. Oh my god, 136, 106, 103. We're good until the next threshold with this current gear. Because I think in Act 6 we drop resistance a bit. It's like minus 30 resist or so. Maybe that's Act 7. After the fight with Big K. Ah, doing enough damage again. This new weapon that I've got is just ridiculous. I used to be doing like 200 DPS. That's like 1,000 DPS with this fucking thing because it's so much physical damage. I like it. We're back to smashy smashy. Terror knock, get out of here. Gah, bird things. The birds are kind of fun if you're a ranged character because you can technically kill them while they're in midair, but they have to finish their flying animation and landing animation. So if you kill them while they're in midair, they just sort of continue their flight, land, and then die immediately. It's quite cool when there's a massive swarm of them. What were the boots? Evasion, right? Evasion energy shield. I still need to customize my loot filter a little bit. Hello, Vol. We've read some of your letters. You're a boss who actually does things I need to dodge because they actually hurt. Other than that, you're not too bad to kill.
Your empire is dead, Vol. Join it.
He can be really rude if you don't dodge his attacks. Like, he can... Hello? Oh. Right, yeah, okay. The lady comes by and talks to me for a bit.
I vowed to care for this empire with my eyes open. I lied to my people. I lied to myself. Blinded by my lust for purity, I placed my faith in the most corrupt of men. I watch now as my legion dies, their flesh melting from their twisted bones. They fall and rise. A tide of mortal death and eternal damnation. I feel it now in my own flesh. The heat, the corruption. I have failed you, my empire of purity. Do not forgive me, but please, I beg of you, survive me.
And then he died. But Vol was always the one. Ooh, there's a Vol dungeon down there. He was always the one doing the, like, reading off all the sins and stuff that people have been doing and condemning them to be burned at the stake and all that stuff. We've read a couple of his messages. Armored Ancient Catacomb. Fuck off, birds of balance. Players have elemental equilibrium, which is, I think, if I take fire damage, I gain fire resistance, but I lose resistance elsewhere. I think. Monster physical damage reduction, 20%. They do less damage and there's more stuff. What? Okay. And I get ambushed by Plagma's Golem. Well, that's not a good ambush. Boom. $17% for that thing takes only 3 slots. Yes, please. Music. Hey, there's the golem. It was hiding in that guy. Oh, okay. I have equilibrium, so okay. So I hit a dude with fire. They gain fire resist but lose other resistances. That's what it means by I have elemental equilibrium. I have the talent of that. Evasion, energy shield, redwood spiked shield. Ugh, thief's garb for a bunch of evasion. There we go, a kite shield, armor, energy shield.
I cannot carry this.
No, 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 no. No, you don't understand. You're picking this up. Oh my god, his banner is so big. We'll do that. Da, 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 da. Intelligence, global physical damage. 4 armor, 3 energy shield. Ooh boy. Silent block recovery reflects 48 physical damage to melee attackers and 2% chance to block projectile attack damage. You know what? That's a pretty solid upgrade. I just gotta move the... Not really, actually. The gems are kind of okay. Like Herald of Ash, that could just stay there. That's fine. And then knockback support with Leap Slam. Not that I really care too much. Alright, there we go. Oh. Nice. That's quite cool. Almost at 1,000 DPS with that. Some scrolls. Vol double strike, attack 2 fast strikes with the melee weapon. Kind of a bit standard, not really a fan of it. But the Vol version of it... modifiers to skill effect duration can't also apply to soul gain prevention. Can't be evaded is the thing. Aha, it also lasts for 6 seconds. Oh, I see. Just read the description, idiot. Okay. Performs 2 fast strikes with the melee weapon, each of which summons a double of me for a duration to continuously attack monsters in this fashion. Huh. That'd be cool. Can store 2 uses, 30 souls per use. And Exile Blight. Debuff her Omni, which does chaos damage over time, applies 2 additional layers in a larger area, growing greatly in size each time. Enemies are also substantially hindered for shorter secondary duration, slowing their movement. Okay, so it just takes over a whole lot more. Why am I picking these up? I don't really want these. It's not like they sell for anything. Jeweler's Orb and the Evolve Fireball. I think that one just does, yeah, fireballs all around me. It was kind of cool. That's fun to modify with, like, multiple projectiles and forking and all that stuff. Pain Gnarl, the Ogre's Scepter with a single red socket. 29 to 54 physical. 18 to 36 fire. Increases spell damage, gives me some mana. Whoops. And just fire damage, increased fire damage, intelligence, attack speed. It's good and fine. Mine's better, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, well. And then there's this tower shield. Take a look at it. Although I like that mine has energy shield on it. Yeah, no. No thanks. I think I'll just go. We'll just go. Got a new shield out of it. Happy with that. And skill-wise, we got armor energy shield up there. We were heading off to the left. Right, yeah, we're increasing the damage and all that. Increased physical damage with maces and scepters, increased AoE, and increased damage with ailments. Or physical, stun, and damage with ailments. Hits that stun enemies have Culling Strike. Culling Strike means enemies that are on 10% or lower life after your hit are killed. Just finishes them off, just rounds their health down. Let's work my way up. Now we're over 1,000 DPS. Wait that out. Alright, let's TP back. I'm too lazy to run all the way up. We use the dude's banner on the mine entrance to break down the force field thing.
Ooh, look at that.
Hello, Nico.
See that? One moment, big blades. Next moment, gone. Should be able to go in there now. Heard this place reeked of voltaxic sulfite back in the day. I was planning on having a wander down there, only I think I can hear things shuffling around down there, and I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Actually, if you're headed in there, maybe you could do us a favour. See, I run a little mining operation of my own. Mining's dangerous at the best of times, but it's suicidal without a proper source of light. I've got lights, just ain't got no power. Run on voltaxic sulfide, they do. Nasty rocks. Stink like a dozen eggs rotting in the summer sun on the back of a whale carcass. And they're less stable than the high temper on a bad day. Bloody toxic too. Keep your nostrils peeled for some voltaxic sulfite while you're down there. Or anywhere, really. Bye.
Bye. Don't know why he doesn't just get different lights, because that sounds like a pain in the ass, but hey, who am I to judge? And Tsunu's got a quest for us. Yala, I think, just wanted to talk. Oh no, yeah, she's got the main quest to find the Rapture device, sure.
Open.
And now we get a summon type thing. Or some other stuff. Chaos Golem grants 3% physical damage reduction. Ice Golem grants 22% increased accuracy and crit chance. Flame Golem grants increased damage. Straight up. Stone Golem, 42 life regen per second. That's quite high. Lightning Golem grants increased attack speed, and Abyssal Cry performs a war cry hindering nearby enemies and causing them to explode when killed. They already explode when killed. Hinder effect is proportional to the number of surrounding enemies, taunts all nearby enemies to attack the user. Ugh. Alright. Put that on a totem, not me. Okay, maybe. I'm kind of curious to see how that would work with the ability that I've got that already blows enemies up if they like doubly explode, or maybe even triply explode because of Herald of Ash. I don't know. And Berserk consumes rage at an accelerating rate to provide a powerful buff, granting more attack damage, attack speed, movement speed, and less damage taken. It requires at least 5 rage to start berserking. I lose 5 per second. 16% more damage, more attack speed, 15% less damage taken, 26% more movement speed, each second 20% more rage loss rate. So, I don't know what the rage max is, but I'd imagine this is the type of thing that I just pop. Like, it's kind of like throw down the banner and pop Berserk to just like finish somebody off real quick. Yeah, alright. We'll try it out.
Go where you are needed.
We'll try it out. Double strike I didn't want. Yeah, give it to the notice board. Yep.
Let me tell you.
Lying knife to sell. That shield to sell. Bone circlet to sell, and the bow we keep. And the jewel I'll take a look at. More spell damage while holding a shield. Cool, but pass. Actually quite cool. 15% more spell damage while holding a shield. Considering you can get shields that increase your spell damage anyway. Yeah, I'll sell it. All that can go. Those away.
Yes. Bye.
Whenever I see Paul and Helen in chat, I sort of just think of these two. I don't know.
Take
They're
care.
just so together. They're basically one person. The first one I saw them, I thought they were like some sort of like crazy mutant type thing, where it's just like they're like conjoined twins or something like
What
that.
do you need now?
But no, they're just really close.
May fear guide you.
All right, I was gonna look at that arena plate. But I never did. We can do that real quick. Bunch more armor. Cool, cool. So 2 less armor than what I've currently got. More life, some life regen, some lightning resist, silent block recovery, and additional physical damage reduction. These are pretty similar. Pretty similar.
Yes.
Do I care about the sockets so much? I guess I should, you know.
Take care.
Like, I may as well. I don't have anything to put on them.
Yes. Buy.
But I got room for more stuff. Whenever I find more stuff to put into it. Another red and a green. Some added fire damage, maybe. So my leap does a bit more damage for 22 DPS. Actually pretty strong. 2 to 400 physical damage, 70 to 130. There's a guy on one of my earlier streams who popped in and said that leap slime's actually pretty good for damage if you use it that way. Which I didn't. I can kind of see that now.
I hear you, Kitava. I walk in your kingdom, and I am coming for you.
Gross. Well, toxic sulfite vein.
This'll do nicely, Exile. Ah, this is the stuff. Good nose, Exile. You find more and I'll come right over. Don't touch it, though. Stuff will send you mad without the right precautions. You think I want to be dressed like this? Tell you what, how about we take a look around my mine? Talk to me when you're ready.
Sure. I guess we can go now.
Welcome.
Well, no. Let me find the rest of the sulfite. We should do that first. Inventory sorting is finished so far, now you can focus on watching me. Nice. I liked always doing inventory.
Good find, Exile.
Like, it's kind of stupid, but I really liked my my grocery job. I just... The toxic environment of it really killed it, but like, I generally liked it a lot. Like, running backstock and scanning the stuff on the shelf and making sure we actually had some somewhere in existence or more was coming in and stuff like that. Many totems. Ceremonial haunted mineshaft. Okay. Same thing with Delhi. I quite like that too. Curved blade. Ah, Path of Exile inventory. Ah, okay. I thought maybe you were like a shopkeeper of some farm who's just like watching at work or so during slow periods or something. Never mind. So you're playing again now too then? Because you mentioned that you played a while back. But it'd been a while. How are you finding it so far? It's intense music again, like it's okay. I like that I can knock back totems. Just noticed that. Hey. So I'm not sure on this rage thing. I don't think I can even use this because, like, I kind of assumed that it would give me rage. Always attack without moving. Oh, for individual. Oh, wow, that makes my life significantly easier. Because I've always been holding shift, which is why I've also got that bound to the show loot thing. Or no, spacebar rather. And then shift. Huh, well it saved my thumb a little bit. Maybe. I'll think about it. You're a night guard, finished at 4 in the morning. Really like PoE again. It's much cooler as a necromancer nowadays. Yeah, they gave necromancers a huge buff a while back. I do wish though that you could somewhere, anywhere, literally anywhere in here, I don't care how stupid of a spot it is, just some way to figure out how cool your minions are. Because like you can kind of like, if you have someone skeletons on, you can sort of select the ability and see some stuff about them, but you don't actually see any real cool details. Ancestral War Chief. Totem which attacks enemies with powerful cascading slam while I'm near it. Cascading slam. And it will leap toward enemies as it slams if they're far away. Being near it grants me more melee damage. Okay. And then the summon skeletons is a fucking blast. I loved this as an emergency oh shit type thing. You just like panic and you summon just everything all at once for 20 seconds. You know, I might take that actually. It's a really good oh shit. I'm a pretty good fan of that. Ezra, I also started playing again. Just finished Act 1 literally 2 minutes ago. Nice. How'd the fight go? Was she difficult for you? I don't know if she's usually easy for me because I always get a little bit of cold resist beforehand, or if she's actually just been nerfed to hell and she's just generally pretty easy. Ecliptics looked at a character you created like 5 years ago and it's all messed up. Ugh. That's always fun, isn't it? Even if like you haven't played the game in a few months or something like that, you look back, it's like, what the shit was I doing? Like I did that with Grim Dawn a little bit ago. It's like, what was I doing with this character? What is your purpose? How did I function? What? Like, oh, I got some like cool cone of area breath attack type thing. I guess that's kind of strong. So I guess I was just spamming that. My resistances are screwed up and this piece of armor is broken and I don't know, man. Purple Fishy never played games like these, always wanted to, but never had the computer or money. Well, Path of Exile's free. So there's that. And apparently you get like 4 stash tabs to start the game with, which is actually a pretty good amount, so you don't even really need to spend the money doing that. Blood and Sand's a pretty good one too. Different bonuses depending if you're in Blood Stance or Sand Stance. Blood Stance is more damage. More area damage but less effect. Sand Stance. Oh, this is different than what I was thinking of. Never mind. There is something that I had where it's like... I forgot what Blood Stance did. I think that was just like more crit or an attack speed or so. But Sand Stance would blind enemies that are close to you, and enemies far away just do less projectile damage to you. So it was like just a really cool thing just to have on all the time. Hopefully your laptop will be able to handle it. It might. It should be alright. There's a lot of video options and stuff that you can toggle. You know, like I've got anti-aliasing off because honestly, like you don't really notice it. Like, at all, really. It's just you're never zoomed in enough to really notice. So I just turned that off. Shadows, just default, you can turn on global illumination if you want. I got them on low. Like, I've actually got this on pretty low settings overall. You can go pretty wild with it. The anisotropic filtering, because we're at such a weird isometric angle, doesn't actually do anything as far as I can tell. It's good, though. Give it a shot. I will warn you though, if you install it through Steam, it's a big fat game. It's a very fat game, and if you install the game on the operating system hard drive, which you're on a laptop, so I'm assuming that's the case, you might want to install the game through their launcher on their website if they've still got it, because the way Steam does the updates, it will tie down the entire system, just allocating space. And if it's also your operating system drive, you basically can't do anything while the game's updating. It's a real problem. They still have it, at least you still have it, and it still works. Okay.
Hello.
I was pretty sure it was still a thing.
Greetings.
And visit his encampment. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. We'll probably have to go through all the mine and stuff, because I'm sure we're going to be here for longer than 10 minutes or whatever it is. Summon Skeletons is ready to go.
Looks like shite, eh? Well, don't judge a mine by its entrance. Eternals used to pull all sorts of goodies out of these rocks, and they never had my secret weapon. Just inside the mine shaft is my creaky little crawler. Took one of the old Eternal torture devices and repurposed it. Oh, it can still tear your skin off like peeling a fruit, but hopefully it won't try to. Instead, it can lay down a daisy chain of lights powered by that voltaxic sulfite. You'll want to be on the lookout for more of that, mind you. This big beauty next to me, my pride and joy, feeds Crawler with refined and purified sulfite, and it's capable of taking all sorts of the raw materials strewn below ground and turning them into sources of light and explosives. How about you head underground and follow the mechanical little bugger to an azurite vein, eh?
Rhino Man raiding with a party of 8. Hello and welcome. No notification for it, oddly. I'll have to look into that. It might be set to like 10 or plus or something like that, I'm not sure. But thank you, welcome, hello. Path of Exile now is much nicer for new players. A couple years ago, somewhere before Ironheart, it was much harder to get nice stuff. Now with all the master dudes in that tower defense and the mine shaft, you get so much nice stuff that it makes it really comfortable. Yeah, they've certainly simplified it a lot to get, there's a lot of different ways you can get gear depending on what you're after. Or what you prefer to do, rather. This is all stuff to sell. The silver coin, I guess I'll hang on to. Because the man with gun brought up a pretty good point that the silver coins are pretty worthless early on. The rewards you get just aren't that great. So it's like, just save them for later on.
This is Crawler, capable of scouting out a few of the valuables hidden down here, but needs your muscle to get to them. Tell it where you want to go, and try to stay alive till you get there. Crawler will burn through sulfite on the way, and we ain't made of sulfite, so choose carefully. How about you follow it to a nearby azurite vein, eh? Make sure you stick near Crawler's light. Believe me, you don't want to get dragged into the darkness.
Darkness is spoopy bad news. It's just a massive damage thing, I think, right? Yeah. Ooh, there goes my energy shield already. Alright. So we'll do it. I never really did a whole lot with the delving system, because co-op, it was really, really strange. Especially this part of the game, because honestly it'd be the type of deal where I'd be playing with my wife, she'd activate, like after we finally managed to link up and get to the same instance of the mines, which already is a pretty big trick. We'd go to the azurite vein, she'd get enough azurite for her next quest, but then I wouldn't on my end in my mine. So I'd have to like go back, and we lost sync, and then I could never get back into her mine anymore. Man, I don't know. Did Larian have anything to do with this? You've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2 recently? Nah, nothing at all as far as I know. Let's do it! Delve League was buggy as hell. I'll read the rest of it in a minute. Sorry, I can't. Can't really look at chat too much. Still buggy, kind of broken, but not as bad as it used to be. I don't know. It was like the type of thing where, like, we had such a hard time just getting into each other's minds to group up and like do it together. that we sort of thought that it wasn't possible, and we somehow broke it and were able to do it that one time because we were never able to do it again.
Return to the dirt.
God forbid you die part way and you technically fail. Then it's like, good luck, you're screwed. Especially on the starting quest with other people. It's... Ugh. See if I can clear out a little extra bit. Looks like we can't. So, Azurite, and we defend. Skeletons! Yeah! Man, I love that ball gem. Man, that was easier than I remember. Good deal. It's based on party leader 2, so if you live and the leader dies, you fail, even if it's got nothing to do with you. Oh man. Maybe that was part of the issue. But I didn't get enough Azurite to carry on with the tutorial thing, which is a real shame. Wait, nope, maybe I did. Yeah, okay, I did. Whew, good. It saves me a lot of trouble. Because otherwise you have to recollect the sulfite to do another thing with the crawler. Because it used to not give you enough right away. So you had to just hope to find Nico's nodes again. But a lot of times they just wouldn't show up because reasons. Really, really interesting, odd thing. Like, we can go again, I suppose. Like, we can head over to this for... I don't really know what that is. Is it currency, maybe? Items, weapons, items, items. No, let's head over. Sulfite deposits give you a ton more than they used to. The ones with the yellow lines are already explored. Ah, I see. Okay, got it. So we'll work our way to the left, I guess, for the armor, question mark? I don't know, why not? Let's try it. There's like these little side routes and stuff that you can dynamite open later on, I think, and I don't know. This is already more than I ever really did with delving. It was so frustrating trying to play with my wife. Bit of a short route. Okay. Stuff. Like summon ice golem. Armor evasion, evasion energy, and 2-hand axe. I'll take some stuff to sell. Damn it. Wasn't really that great. That's a bit what I expected though. Hello, Beppo. Title, you wish you had the currency of min-max. Nah, it's just some people though, like they take the game way too seriously, even from the start of it. Like they're following a very specific build and all that stuff. So it's like I'm not bothering with that. I'm just hanging out, doing my own thing, enjoying the game. We'll just pretend that all fits together. Should we do one more? An azurite cavity. Or we could go up to this guy. Might as well go up, right? Because the cart teleports around. You don't follow online builds too closely. You take advice from them, but you don't follow them to the ladder. Some people do, and that's just like, I don't really know why you would, really, because it's kind of like, that's sort of what the game is. It's like just doing your own thing and making your own build and seeing what works and what doesn't work and just going for it. And just following the build online, that's like you're playing somebody else's game at that point, I feel like. But to each their own. It's whatever, it's your experience. Like, I think that I can blow open, maybe. I'm not sure. The track's just kind of led into this weird rocky whatever thing. Have a totem. Man. Sitting in the shadows spitting at me. Another crafting recipe. Sweet! You're at work and you have fun. Are you supposedly too? You are at work and you have fun. Are you supposedly too? Hello? What the? Can I even get over there? Stop it. Jeez, they're like spitting over this wall. Man, unbelievable, those guys. You do that too, you look at them and do your own way. Like, I think that's maybe an okay compromise. Like, you take a look and just see what there is and get ideas for it, and then just try to forge your own and be like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, you know. You know, going for the builder is just like, yeah, you've just got the Eldritch Battery or whatever, and you just, you know, go this way and that way. It's, yeah, okay, I could maybe see that, and you just do your own thing. Favorite build in PoE is a minion master build. When you first used it was crushing instances. Too many bodies. And minions are strong. To an extent, it's easier to just follow a build for the average player versus having the knowledge to build your own to get to level 75-80 and suck at tier 1 to 3 maps. Make your own builds, but you've been doing it for 3 years now. I mean, once you get the basics down, like, get health. Make sure you get health. You need health. Health's an important thing. If your health reaches 0, you die. Get health. As long as you do that, you're generally okay. Like, it just takes you a little while to kill stuff, but you don't just walk in and get one shot. Skeleton! Whoa, look at that guy. This was a lot of fun with my my Necromancer build that I had way back when, because I think the bonus to skeletons and all that stuff that you get, I think also applies to the Vol Summon skeletons. So we got to the point where it's like, you know, I'm summoning like 22 skeleton warriors and like 19 archers and just flood the screen with undead. Oh, that was good. Yeah, 7%, not great. Colossal life flasks, that's what I've got. Alright. Well, there's that. I got the stuff. We have 24 more sulfite. Let's maybe head back to the mine encampment and talk to him.
Beauty. Look at it sparkle. Glows like blue embers in the dark. My machine here can turn these rocks into something a little more useful. You might need some extra light down there, so how about you put a few flares together? Mine's also full of dead ends and things that ought to be dead themselves, so get a blasting stick while you're at it. Should have enough for both on ya. Ta-da!
Okay. Many builds in Path of Exile are built on specific gear, and you don't like that. That's the general Diablo clone style of game, though, where it's like Diablo 3 especially. Holy shit. Like some of the set bonuses that you just had to have, otherwise you're broken. Like I was playing some sort of a weird dashu with like throwing a fan of knives or something like that. Until you get the set bonuses, you're awful with it. Super terrible. But one of the set bonuses is like 7,000% increased damage. Ridiculous. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Suddenly I can do these cool rifts now. Nice. All right. Fun. And I'm not really a fan of that either. Health isn't always important versus dodge and evasion and other effects, I suppose, but it's all about survivability. I mean, obviously if you're going dodge evasion, then pick up dodge evasion as well as health, but defense stuff though, it's important. Otherwise, yeah, you just walk in, you get one shot, and it's like, oh, okay, well that was cool. Nice map. Further down into the mines you go, the less light radius the crawler generates unless you upgrade it. If you're outside its range, you take massive unblockable dot. Yeah, I noticed the dot. So we'd want generally to keep up a bit on the light radius. When does the penalty start kicking in? Like depth 5, I assume? He wanted us to get what? It's not really tracking it. Dynamite? 2 flares and a dynamite. Okay. I'll do what he says for the moment.
Hot little pair of sticks you got. Mind you, don't get them mixed up. Don't want to have to mop you up. Though I suppose blowing yourself to bits is better than getting lost in the dark down there. I suggest you bring a few sticks of dynamite and a few flares when you venture down there. Crawler will guide you to some large ore veins, but tossing a flare into the gloom might reveal some very pretty little treasures. Since the mine's been around for so long, all the easy pickings have already been pinched. Might have to do some excavating of your own if you want something truly precious. There's some fragile-looking walls down there. Reckon a well-placed stick of dynamite will turn those walls to rubble. Why don't you give that a go, eh? I'll let you keep whatever you find on the other side. See you later.
So do I have to, like, does it show me where the walls are on the map, or do I actually have to go in there and walk around and see if I can find one? Basically just go in and find one. Okay. Because I thought I saw one earlier, but I think that might just like lead me back to the start, and I'm not entirely sure that that's worthwhile. Like up here, I think it was. Nah, maybe not. It looked fancy. Not entirely sure what I'm looking for. It'll highlight when I mouse over it. Oof. God, get out of there. Nothing there. Curious on my skills. Like passive skills or actual skills? Because I got the totem that just does a bit of fire damage. Every third hit's a big one. And it's got faster attacks. It just bop spams. It's great. I love it. Ancestral Call tied to the Infernal Blow, which I quite like, causing a lot of the explosions. Mixing with Herald of Ash at some point somewhere in here also. Fortify support just to help me out a little bit. And Shockwave support for a little more AoE splash. And that's the gist of it. The rest of what I've got is just kinda there. Berserk, I'm pretty sure, like, I can't use. I thought maybe this would give me a rage counter or something, but it doesn't seem to be doing that at all. And as far as the passive tree goes, whoops, nothing really much to look at. I'm poised to get a bunch more health here, but there's actually just health goddamn everywhere with this guy. It's a little bit wild. The jewel socket's just the survival instincts from Act 2, I think it was, and then just the armor and energy shield stuff up here. Because that's kind of what I was interested in doing. It's tough to get energy shield though. Like the armor energy shield hybrid stuff is really, I don't know. Like 500 armor and 12 energy shield. Ugh. Again, this is like back to the start, I think. Probably something we just have to keep an eye out for, like, as the thing's going down some other route one day. Drop a flare, your feet fades over time. Kind of cool for an emergency if I see a nice loot off to the side to go and grab. Nothing I'm gonna waste while just exploring, though. I keep seeing that highlight. Alright, well, we'll take a look at that another time, I guess. Pretty deep off the beaten path if it helps. That's the last delve quest anyway. Okay. Yeah, it's something to keep in mind for later on. No one uses armor. Well, I mean, sure, if you're going with the meta, which I'm not, as I said. I'm surprised this hasn't reset. Jeez. As I said before, I'm not really following any build or anything. I'm just doing my own thing. And personally, I'm finding armor to be quite cool right now. Having a pretty cool time with the armor. You want to hit me for 100 damage? Hoppa! I'm mitigating like half of that, I think. Yeah, 61% of it. And you didn't even do damage to me. You hit the energy shield instead. I'm still fine. Mwahahaha. It's going alright for me. Need to be careful ranking up that Evolve Minions gem. Dirt Eyes of the Hatcher.
Rumbles. He is hungry for me.
Dirt Eyes. What a name. Armor affects physical damage, not spell damage or any other damage type. Well, sure. A lot of things do physical damage. If it mitigated everything, that'd be ridiculous. I hear a cold shrine. But like, I've gone the path of evasion before, and I wasn't a fan of evasion because it's like you don't take any damage, don't take damage, don't take damage. Holy fuck, I took a shitload of damage. Okay, I'm not taking damage, not taking damage, and now I'm dead. It's just like, you're rolling the dice all the time. Not a fan of it. More constant, sustained damage is the way to do it, especially with the way potions work in this game, as far as I can tell. Or Hammerstorm.
Karui and Maraketh once fought together. I honor that friendship.
Alright. We'll see. It's not closed off and convenient like the ruins from before. But we'll see. We still have some chokes, I guess, maybe. See about lightning? I don't think lightning does a whole lot of damage really against much of anything.
Let's see what this
Not
tower
convinced.
can really do.
Cold resistant, but I wonder if they can still be slowed by it.
Blight is trying to spread.
Is it spreading too? Ah, up here again. Okay. I'd like to upgrade the fire again. I think it's at 300 I can do that. Massive range now. Alright. Pretty okay. Being able to just swarm everything with skeletons when I want is quite nice. I didn't even have to use my banner. Not that I remember to use it anyway. Probably to sell. Vicious projectiles, more chaos damage and physical damage over time. More physical projectile attack damage, but less speed. Dang. I think that got buffed. Superior ball lightning, sure. Slow moving projectile periodically damages enemies in the area around it with bolts of lightning. And Ancestral War Chief again, but I don't care about that. Alright. What's the main theme of the build? I smash things, they go boom. That's about it. Boom. Boom. Very simple. I click, they die. Should also mention I'm not really doing any trading or anything like that too. I've never traded, ever. Never really saw the point.
You will feast no longer, Kitava. The ancestors demand it.
It's like, I feel like if you were to buy a tabula rasa or something like that at the start of the game. It's like, well, there's your 6th link of whatever form you want. That's your main go-to skill that you support the ass out of, and you don't have to worry about that ever again, basically. And that's a big part of the game gone. I don't know. Some of the smaller things, like the hat that's got a bunch of resistance on it and all that, like, that's maybe okay, because resistance is sort of an annoying thing to stack. It doesn't matter for the longest part of the game. So, I don't know. So, Thor. Yeah, well, Fire Thor. Yeah. Scorching Ray. A beam of fire that burns enemies it touches. Remaining in the beam intensifies the burning, adding a portion of the beam's damage in stages. Inflicts fire exposure at maximum stages. Enemies who leave the beam continue to burn for the duration. Increasing cast speed also increases the rate at which the beam can turn. Wow, that sounds fun. Shit, I want to play a mage with Scorching Ray. Jeez. That sounds cool. She's really drawing out that too. Wow. Gee, she's getting fancy with that. You like Cassia? You're wrong. You're incorrect in thinking that. Shut the fuck up, Cassia. Okay, fine. I'll go near you. Oh my god. Jesus.
Oh, go on. Praise.
No, I don't want her at my house. She might just sing all the time, always. I've got some cool spooky crypts going on. I don't really want her singing in there. I didn't want seismic. Okay, well, maybe. I wanted fire. Oops.
It's put out new mycelium. New roots.
New routes. Okay. We'll just upgrade the Everloving out of the fire, I guess, and hold the choke. This should be pretty straightforward. Spinny cage dudes, they're so insane to watch.
I cannot carry this.
Can't even carry a belt. What has this world come to? It's fine, I think we're near the waypoint anyway. Do I want a war sword? Probably not. More damage! I might be wrong, but you think she replenishes the tower? That could be. I never get time to actually read through anything, but that could be, because I think I've seen her cast something on a tower. I sort of just assumed it was a buff or something like that, but yeah, she might like refresh the charges or so. Ha ha ha. Bash. Bash. Vanilla coffee? With actual vanilla, or do you mean unmodded coffee? I.e. black coffee. I'm kind of getting a little bit... I'm picking that up. I'm kind of getting used to black coffee, honestly. I never thought I would, because it's just... I don't know. It's just one of those things that's typically really gross to me. So you kind of get a... You get a taste for coffee over time. Alright, I'm town portaling. Damn it, I didn't want to. I'm getting the hang of it, though.
Deshret has ascended.
$3,000 armor, increased movement, increased effect, increased duration. Well, okay. Settled. I like the stacking percentage of increased spell damage.
Larp, it's me.
Larp. Marker Grounds, welcome, and thank you for the sub. 3 months, congrats on your promotion. You get the cool new badge. How you doing today, Marker Grounds? Alright.
Go where you are needed.
Oh yeah, quality gem. Okay. Why do I have this? This granite flask. We'll hang on to that. I gotta start selling superiors soon. A weeping essence, I think, is a new... No. Same tier. That's, that guy. I still gotta get those in another tab one of these days. Or maybe just get a currency tab. That could also be. And we will sell these for wisdom.
Be careful.
It always feels like such a waste doing that, but well, you go through a lot of wisdom. Then I still have a small stash of portal scrolls if I need them. I want to quickly head back to the hideout. Pretty good. You have a flight test coming up, so studying for that. Flight test? You becoming a pilot? Do I have to take the gems out of you? I guess not. And increase physical damage is what I was thinking. So we were doing like, how much? 1061. $13.35. Aw, yeah.
Greetings.
And I'll take a look at the menagerie, see what we got going on, because we were capturing a lot of stuff last stream. Working on the commercial part. Ooh. So I heard something wild about, like, if you want to commercially fly a plane, you basically have to have like 100 flights underneath your belt through training. Or something wild like that. It seemed a bit much to be true, but like I guess maybe throughout the training it's maybe an equivalent type thing? Or is it literally you've taken off and landed 100 times? Jeweler's orbs, orb of fusing, unique, belt, body armor, gloves. Do we want any of that? I could maybe go for another belt, because this thing's only just sort of there. I don't really know of any unique belts that I would want. I don't really know any of the uniques in general. Quick, accurate. Enemies are slowed. Infested earth. Gains frenzy charges. Aspect of the Hellion spectral swipe. Erupting winds. Allies move and attack faster. Extra life frenzy is damaged. Oh God, we got a lot of dudes we can change the modifier around. Probably just hang on to just like wait for a while, right? I don't know. It's like the monsters are a certain level, so I feel like the item would be related to the monster's level, so there's no harm doing it now. I'm gonna do one of them. I'm gonna do the belt. I'm doing it! There's hours involved for each license. So far you have 200 hours under your belt. Mwah. So roughly how long does this take then when everything's said and done? Just a big spider party, huh? Yeah, whatever. We'll just go for it.
The first ones are watching, Survivor. Don't disappoint them.
Okay, Einhar, I won't.
Is complete.
Okay, they're dead. Jesus. It requires level 18. Ugh. 22% global physical damage increase, a bunch of cold resist, increased projectile damage, reduced flash charges gained, but increased flash duration, and 50 chaos damage per second to nearby enemies. I mean, 22% increased physical damage globally is pretty okay. I don't know, maybe? My poor energy shield. It used to be like 200 something at one point. I had like 700 health and 200 energy shield. Alright, we can go for that though, because like my resistances are just ridiculous anyway, and this replaces the cold resistance plus a bit, so I lose a little bit of fire resist, but the global physical damage increase is kind of cool. Alright, cool. Depends when / how often you can get the hours. You've been on and off for about 3 years now. Okay. So it's kind of comparable to like going to university for something. Then, because you're doing that for, you know, anywhere between like 4 and 8 years, depending. For a second I thought maybe that would be like physical damage rank 2. Like, shit, I have to go back. Hello, Diallo.
Bye.
Everybody's favorite part.
The rapture device has absorbed its fill of harvested life from fury and desire. It is ready. So am I. I know now that I was born to be the end and the beginning of the Empire. The beast has made this clear to me. As clear and undeniable as the sacrifice I must now make. My Lady Diala, my love, my life's greatest achievement. She must leave me now, for she cannot follow, and she will perish if she remains. And so I will ask of her more than she would ever give. I will betray her. I will break her heart, so that I do not break her soul.
I guess we'll do Calm's Dream. I don't like his more than I don't like Duresso's Dream. Duresso's Dream at least is sort of like just massive AoE. Calm's Dream is just annoying.
The ancestors would weep to see what Calm has created here.
So we'll do his and just be done with it. Then I don't have to worry about it anymore. This is possibly one of the first places you'll go to where you might notice that, hey, elemental resistance, something I should probably pick up. Because there's a lot of fire damage here. Pure evasion. 3 greens and a blue link though. It's good. And Duresso's dream, the only issue with Duresso's dream is Duresso himself. But I still think he got heavily nerfed at some point in time way back when. Because recently I've been able to take him out with like no issues at all, sometimes not even taking any damage. Maybe that's just because I have more life and defense in my builds nowadays? I don't know. He used to just, oh my god, he'd hurt so much. Cast Firestorm. Cool. No point going back and modifying it. It's already blue. It's just kind of whatever. Yeah, nothing even on my filter. Yeah, right. Cool. You're liking my build? I like it too. It's pretty nice. I see thing, I click thing, it goes bang. Pretty alright. Oh, hello. Quite cool that the ancestral dude that I summon with my attack also uses the same attack too, so things just wah, super big boom. And then the shockwave too, just to add insult to injury, just in case it wasn't enough already. Gain a charge when I'm hit. Increase elemental resistances during the effect. Sure. I'm okay with that. Hello, Rakongo, I saw you. I don't think you died. Maybe it died. I don't know. It's hard telling. Cassia, what are you even doing here? That doesn't even make sense. It's alright, it could be worse. It could be the, where they had the Masters thing, that guy wanting to go into some crazy cave for a totem to get out. It's like, what? Why is there a cave here? Why is there a totem in it? Well, actually, it makes a bit of sense for a cave with a totem in it here. But in some areas, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, what? Why? Why'd you leave your totem here? Alright, not a great place for this, but sure, we'll go for it. We'll beef this up with some fire. They're all stun resist, which is kind of whatever. Get some cold up there, get some cold here. And I get another fire down here too. And my totem down there. Just gonna be these slow dudes all the time. I'm okay with that. I'll take this over the jumping goats that just like bypass everything. Like, oh, I'm just gonna attack something that's conveniently located way over there. That was it? Okay. Wow. That was interestingly easy and also short. She does like the fire, that's true. She does talk quite a lot about the unrighteous burning to ash, so I suppose this is kind of a cool area for her. Sorrow Knuckle, the ruby ring. Fire resist lightning damage added to attacks, some cold resistant intelligence. What do I even have for these? Resist, resist, resist. Alright, add some physical that I crafted on. There could be room for that. Maybe. Not too many suffix already. Would have to be a prefix. Although, I think added damage is a prefix. Yeah, it's a prefix modifier, so I could still add plus physical damage to this, maybe. Fire damage, attack speed, lightning resist, cold resist, accuracy, life, rarity of items, light radius. No, like let's take a look here. That brings me down a bunch. And that brings me down a bunch. I don't know, maybe. Maybe if I add on some physical damage onto it, if I can. 32 to 92 physical damage. Mm-hmm. 49% increased crit strike chance for spells. Mana and life gain. Never use much of the claw weapons. That might be the next thing that I play. Like a claw weapon rogue type guy. Who just goes in doing massive dots and has the life gain and stuff from the weapons, just inherent value, intrinsic modifier, law thing. Might be something I check out. Because I don't demand with gun. I don't think he's around right now. I think he's got class. I know he's really big about those builds. He's a pretty big fan of chaos damage. Stupid Francis, that was your first build? How'd it go? The 500er upgrades for the towers are fun. I can never get far enough for that. Instead of learning that it's okay just to have like one fire tower kind of in the back in the middle of everything, because as you upgrade it, it spits out so many fireballs. That you don't need to worry about it too much, like it, especially depending on the angle that it shoots at, it can take out an entire line of dudes. Things melt, I melt, we have a good laugh. That was your first build. I think that's possibly the trap that a lot of people run into with their first build, is just damage, 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 and they don't pick up enough defense stuff, so they just completely go glass cannon. And yeah, you can kill things. You kill the hell out of things, but they get you too. Nah, I'm up here now. Nah, I'm down here. Stupid dog things. Hello? Anything else? I can't see on this tree. And we'll ignore that. I'll leave it where it is. It doesn't need to be any stronger. I barely use it. I haven't even had my my banner on. Whoops. I am totally paying attention. Yeah, I'll use that real quick.
Yes.
Yes. Just gonna take a look at that.
Good luck.
I gotta start shading those up. It's becoming a problem. I guess now's kind of an okay opportunity to start getting rid of some of this stuff. Let me see about the ring. Because for once I'm actually in town without a town portal, so I can just waypoint right back and it's totally fine. First time you played, who the hell needs defense when you can have damage? Then comes Act 4 and you start over. Yep. Yep. You get to that point pretty quickly, so it's like, okay, fine. I'll grab a little bit more health here and there, but you can't level enough to get enough health, and then you sort of fall behind a bit, and now you no longer deal the damage you used to do. So now it actually takes time to kill things which you're not used to, so you think, oh fuck, I'm really weak, I need damage again. You get to this nasty bit of ugh. Then you hit that critical mess of I have the high ground, aka so much lifesteal that you can tank in something. So that you can tank in something throws your lowest resist at you. Until something throws your lowest resist at you. Haha, yeah. Yeah, it's physical damage to attacks. Maybe with that on, that might be alright. We'll try it. Probably on this guy. 1424. No. 1427. Wow, this guy is oddly strong. That 11% increased fire damage and attack speed together is a really beefy combo. Was I able to do attack speed on this? No, that's a suffix mod. Suffix mod. And one that I don't even have, I think. Wait, you've got room for more? Wait, what? You've got suffix modifier of the light, which is 2 things. Oh. Well, shit, there you go. Have more physical damage. God damn. Buttering. Alright, well, are we okay with that swap then? I mean, I lose out on a bit of resistances, but, like, we don't actually care about that right now. It's technically stronger. Technically. I think I'll pass. Okay, it's not worth it.
Welcome. See you.
And there, whoops. There's that. So, flasks. Ugh, even the small higher. I'm just getting rid of these. I can't be bothered to continue trading those up. It's just not worth it. And the hybrid ones, I don't see the point. Lost over 30 resist for 2 DPS. It's not really worth it, but 2 DPS. Yeah, it's fine. I kept the resist one. I like having over 100% resistances. Not that it matters, but when we get the penalty to resistances, I'll still be okay. And I'll do this I'll do it the lazy way. Still not there with those 2 added. Take out the knife, put the claw in. We're still okay. But no. Other way around. Okay. So we're within 2%.
Fate awaits
Cool.
you. Let me tell your future.
$14's not enough, so okay, 19, we're within 5%. Cool, fine, awesome, happy with it. Moving on. Armor, I can maybe get another armor out of this.
Let me tell your
Oh, jeez, okay. With 6%. Take out an 18, put a 15 in? Okay. We're within 3%. And it looks like it doesn't prioritize chromatic over, which is handy.
fate will find you.
She spits so much when she talks. Disgusting.
Hello.
15%, 12 wasn't enough. We're within 13%. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're not a superior. You're one I was gonna keep. Yeah, you're the one I keep.
See you soon.
You should go over here with these guys. The potions that I'll never ever remember to use. And we'll do... Oops. These guys can have their own tab. We'll maybe go for this tab, sure. And we'll go up. Whisper, 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 whisper. Muttering, weeping. Muttering. Muttering. Muttering anger. Muttering fear. Muttering torment. White green. Muttering woe, weeping woe. Weeping wrath. And weeping doubt. Yeah-ish. I feel like I'm missing some transitional colors there, but oh well. See green tabs, do I not have a currency or an essence tab? I don't. No, they were never on sale. At one point in time, they had this massive stash bundle thing going on sale, so I went for it and I bought a couple of the fancier ones because I wasn't sure exactly what they were. So that's the thing. But yeah, I don't have a currency tab. Are they worth it? It'd be kind of nice to not have to deal with this, but like... I don't know. How much do they hold? Do they actually have a lot of space for stuff? I guess that's the only question. You don't collect superior ones anymore, you get so much of them in the blight chests. 5,000 for each currency? Whoa. Really? Stash tab. Currency tab. Okay, well the currency stash tab is not on sale. Maybe it was just on sale a bit ago. Oh yeah, look at that. It breaks through. It's, oh, okay. I get it. I didn't notice that. Because I just kind of looked and it's like, oh yeah, like one of those, 20 of those, 10 of those, 10 of those. It's like, okay, it just like sorts stuff for you, but I never actually clicked or even read. Okay. Huh. I mean, it's like $7.50 right now, which is too much for me currently, but something to maybe look into.